What's up, world? This your boy, God. Sitting up here chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody tripping, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And I want to go back to yesterday when I was on the phone with my boy, Pone and Jimmy. That was a well-needed phone call, Pick. This Jimmy. And you know I ain't lying, man. When I talk to you again, it's going to sound like I wasn't talking to you just now. But you talking to me now, this my soul and spirit pet talking to my flesh, this Jimmy Gibson. I'm talking before I know I'm talking, but I could be talking to myself, pet, this Jimmy Gibson. And shit, man. Nigga thinking about the shit you say and shit, you make a nigga want to cry just riding with you and shit. Nigga, if everything you say true, me and your ass gonna be riding together Peck forever, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing, Jimmy, you married, you know what I'm saying? Pone married. We gonna run together though, for sure. But I'm not gonna run with y'all running no women. No, not me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't care if y'all run women with me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, me being involved, you know, with you messing over your old lady, I ain't really with that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you and your old lady get a divorce, Pone. You know what I'm saying? And let her know what you've been doing for the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Let her know what you've been doing. That's the only honest thing, Pone. Be honest. Shit, ask if she want to go with you to the next hoe out. You know what I'm saying? Take your lady with you. You know what I'm saying? That's a real player move, Pone. You know, to invite your woman with you. When you enjoy other women, you enjoy your wife with you. You know what I'm saying? That's a player. You know what I'm saying? Them the kind of girls I'm gonna get on my side that like each other. I want to meet a couple of couples that want a man and want to have a baby with a man, but they ain't got no man because they lesbians. Shit, God, that's right up my alley. To find two women that staying together and they faithful to one another, but want a man and want kids. And shit, want God to come in and produce one. Shit, I'll be the best friend of your life. Shit. Both of y'all get pregnant. And y'all can say, we ain't gotta have the same sex marriage. We both married to God. Yeah. That's what you could tell that devil when he comes judging and accusing you, telling you, oh, you having sex without being married. And that man talking about he God and he talk about the Bible and all that, and he having sex with you. That ain't nothing but a devil coming and trying to get some territory back. Ain't none of that territory here. Shit, all that land, gold and silver. Ain't no more bullshit ass, rusty ass shit. We got gold and silver now. And we got the better stuff to put in the furnaces. The better metals, so we won't have to work on them so much. You know what I'm saying? It's better metals out there than that Inconel that y'all been using. They got some metal out there, but you gotta have some good welders to weld it. You know what I'm saying? And some of the welding is easier, Adam, on that new stuff. We gonna introduce some new metal that the corrosion and the chemicals in the stuff the plant makes can't tear it up as fast, won't eat it up as fast. That way it'll stay running longer. But the stuff they've been using pretty good. And they know about how long they got before one will burst. You know what I'm saying? But, we gonna get together, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna, work on getting families back together. First thing, we gotta get back in school first. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I miss is real family reunions. You know what I'm saying? When my grandmother and grandfather died, it was no when my grandfather died, it was no more people in my family. My grandmother was left, my mama was left, my uncle was left, but we wasn't going to East Texas, and aunties and uncles was just dying and passing away. And my grandmother, she was like me. Can't go nowhere, can't go visit nobody. Then she had cars, but they wasn't something that she would get in and drive to East Texas in unless she was with my Uncle Richard. And she was by like me, you know what I'm saying? Like me right now. I'm a good ass driver. I'm ready to go work. I'm ready to go drive. Diane talking about I'm not ready to go drive. I had a wreck. See, that's what the world is trying to do. The world don't want to give Adam shit. You know what I'm saying? And he God. Because they think Adam just going to go crazy. Why are you worried the fuck out of Adam? Why you ain't worried about these rich ass motherfuckers that's out there now getting on tables and shit because they daddy rich and they ain't got a goddamn work and they ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just out there to be out there. Kent Green, son. Shit, they say he be out all on tables and shit, talking crazy and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was on drugs or not, but then I know they say he was all on tables and shit in the plant and letting them know that they can't touch him. You know what I'm saying? That he got a job for life. You know what I'm saying? He let them know that, telling them suck his thing and all that. I heard that dude, Kent Green's son, was just like Kent Green, daddy, just like Kent Green. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you like him, daddy. This Kent Green, you love my son. Because I love this nigga right here, son. So when you meet goddamn Adam LaTroy Jackson's son, just shake his hand and say, "What's up, this Kent? This my daddy's. This my daddy." You know what I'm saying? That's what you tell him. This is my daddy's son. Tell him this big Kent. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Adam, nigga. And I'm in you. That's what you tell him, son. This Bonnie, your mama. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We ready to win all trophies of the world. Whatever trophy it is, God. The World Series, you got it. The World Series this year gonna be played in your name. The NBA championships gonna be played in your name, God. The NFL, the Super Bowl and everything gonna be played in your name, God. Your name, God, is gonna be what we play commercials and man, everything gonna be about God. Man, we done went so long with the devil judging and accusing God and his people. And we was allowing the devil to use us, man, this David Banner, to judge and accuse the less and, fortunate, the people who was less than us. And I think I'm, God, this David Banner, this all real talk right here, and you really talking to me. You really talking to my flesh, and this my soul and spirit, God, talking before I know I'm talking. But whatever time I hear this, I'm letting you know, God, this real life and this truth, and this David Banner talking to you. And I love you, Adam LaTroy Jackson. I love your name. I love all 3 names. I love all 20 nicknames and shit. We gonna make up a whole bunch of them. But action, satisfaction, the main attraction, Jackson. Pick. Them the nicknames that you got to go down with, God. And Pick is Pac. You know what I'm saying? Because you Tupac, daddy. You and Tupac about the same age. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, when you got burned up, Tupac got shot. The enemy was trying to get both of y'all that same year. Just like he got Kent Green, because Kent Green was going to get on Adam's side way before you know this. And Kent Green was going to fight for the blacks and whites, like Adam fighting for the blacks and whites. You know what I'm saying? And all colors. You know, Kent and Adam was going to be a whole different story. If Kent would have lived, Kent was going to fight with Adam, and they was going to get a lawsuit against Dow Chemical. And Dow Chemical probably was going to settle out of court by giving them both half of the $5.2 million. That way, because Kent said they going to take care of us, and if they'd have took care of Kent and didn't take care of Adam, it would have been wrong. But what if Adam, Kent Green still living, and him and his family live somewhere else and don't even live there no more? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? No, God, what if Kent Green is still living? He just didn't want to live with stuff in his head because his head was burnt. Remember, he told you that? What if he told him he didn't want to live like that and didn't want to be seen like that no more? And he couldn't stand it and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then they already didn't want to give you no money, Adam. And then what if Kent, you know, told him, you know, that they was going to have to pay him? And then they told Kent, the only way we pay you, man, if you dead. And what if Kent said, shit, man, you could act like I'm dead, act like I died. And what if they did that? What if Bonnie, his wife, just came in there and act like she was, you know, in mourning? Because you didn't never see her cry. You know what I'm saying? Not even when you and Nita went to see her in 8. You didn't see her cry. What if Kent Green living? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tell me, you know what I'm saying? What if? You know what I'm saying? And what if he on your side, God, and he knew you was God, and he was a God too, just like you, this Kent Green, daddy. I'm saying daddy because I'm really dead, and you really died too when you took all them pills that Dr. Milton Williams was trying to get you to take anyway to get rid of you silently, but God knew it, and God stopped everything and wrote a suicide letter and told him he was coming to get God. And that's exactly what you did, Adam. That's how come they wouldn't take you off that machine. They were scared to take you off that machine because shit, everything was running on the machine. Everybody else shit was cut off. All lights was off. That's why you heard the rapper on the rap song say, where was y'all when all the lights went out? They keep all that good stuff. The truth, they don't let y'all hear. True stories of true miracles from God, they don't let y'all hear. Because when you hear the truth, you know the truth. So the world don't let y'all hear all that. You got somebody up there in all these states, the governors of all these states, they know what people are doing in every house. Everybody's playing movies You know what I'm saying? It's not like movie stars changing clothes. You got them kind of movie stars, but some of y'all normal people are being shown doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, like Adam right now. The satellite is damn show on Adam and everybody else. Jeremy and Lena and the baby and all that. It's cameras in the air, in the atmosphere, in the sky that's coming down that penetrates through anything, the houses, all that. And just shows from every angle, like taking cameras and putting them in every angle of the house and showing different scenes from every angle of the house. That's the way we make movies, Adam. Just like you doing right now. You making a movie. When you get some friends, when you mess around there and get some friends, you gonna make movies, and you and your friends gonna be making movies, and it's somewhere over in this world. Somebody that used to have a lot of money, they ain't got a lot of money no more because you took it, God. They used to be able to pay and watch you. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying, they just hoping that their bills are going to be paid because really, you took everybody's money, God. This Creflo Dollar, this Tony Evans. Wait till you see our podcast that we have after this one. You know what I'm saying? Because God, you too much. You know what I'm saying? And the only way an angel, meaning a man gonna live here in heaven, he gotta be perfect. And perfection is he gotta be love. He gotta be love. Can't be no hate and can't have no part of hate. He can't be no other color than white when it comes to his mood. You know what I'm saying? His mood gotta be white all the time. And that's the peace flag. That's the flag of heaven. A white flag. Hovering with nothing on it. Because we ain't here. Ain't nobody here. Peace is where we at. So we got a white flag in the United States. It's now New Jerusalem. It's now the Garden of Eden. A white flag. And that ain't for a white person. A white flag is for my glory. It's for my sanctification. It's for my anointing. Is for my spirit, is for the satisfaction of my soul. You know what I'm saying? A white flag. I love y'all, man. And I'm going to get with y'all, man, and we're going to do a lot of things, and we're going to have a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? This God Almighty. And all y'all call lots. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or not. I'm going to call a few call outs tomorrow, see if y'all open. And I'm going to come at you with a proposal. And my proposal is right now, I'm proposing right now. I need a car, a good car. Rolls Royce, you know what I'm saying? I'm, God. So I deserve a Rolls Royce. But if you think I don't deserve a Rolls Royce and you want to give me something less, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a Bentley. I'll take a Mercedes Maybach. I'll take a BMW Big Boy Series. You know what I'm saying? But one of y'all car lots, holler at me tonight. You know what I'm saying? By way of Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Send me a message in Messenger, you know what I'm saying? Or send me an email. But don't send me an email because, shit, if I don't see it or see if they don't show me it's there, I'm not coming to see it. So go to my Facebook, Adam Jackson. either hit me up on Facebook with a message or hit me up in my messenger, and then let me know your name, who you is. I need some friends, some partners, man. Hey, I'm like this. I'm giving everybody everything. I ain't got no prejudice in my system. I love white people, black people, Mexican people, every race it is. I love them all. I just don't like the body shape of some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them ain't fine to me. But then some of them is fine. You know what I'm saying? I like, yeah, you got to get there, daddy. You got to get there. That's where you got to go. Because that was some real shit. But, man, you know what I'm saying? God, we here, everybody. And we ain't going nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And God love y'all. God wants you to be you. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be me. And that ain't something that I'm being sarcastic about, or I'm not being conceited. I'm not being prideful. I'm not being proud. I'm just saying you gotta be me for me to trust you here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no bad ways about me. It ain't nothing evil that I want living. Not even evil names and stuff. I want them all dead. With Satan name. The children and men and women that Satan was in, I'm saving them. Because right now the whole world is supposed to be listening to my voice. Everybody on this street, everybody at the banks, everybody at the Walmarts, everybody at the stores, my son, his girlfriend, his wife, my daughters, Nisha, and you know, all y'all don't be playing with me, Nisha, making messages about suicide. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am about that. I did it before, Nisha, and you'll do it. Yes, we'll bury you here, but you'll be in another dimension waiting on us there at 18, Nisha. If you kill yourself, you ain't ready. Then I'm going to have to make you 18 years old again, Nisha, and you're going to have to wake up in the hospital, and it was going to be a car wreck that you had in Lake Jackson with you and your friends, and then you was going to be all right, and everybody was going to be all right, but we was all going to forget about you hanging yourself, Nisha. So if you hung yourself, you know, the reason you living right now is because I let you stay living, Nisha. I let you stay living. You my daughter, girl. I can't let you go before me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never go before you. That's a promise from your daddy God. So if I die and I walk out this body, I'm going to get in something 21, and I'm going to come to you, Nisha, and you going to think I'm a dude trying to hit on you because you are beautiful. But I wouldn't hit on my daughter. I'll quickly tell you, come here, girl, I got to tell you something. I'm your daddy. Now take me over your mama house. I got to tell her and show her how to turn into 21 with me. Cause, you know, like that. The move is all kinds of ways, Nisha. We got to make all kinds of scenes, you know, so don't be talking about no suicide. We going to have a suicide episode about suicide, about how Adam died and we buried him and all that there. And we going to show you what happens to a man that kills himself before he ever read the Bible, then wakes up and knows everything that's in the Bible because he become God. And God show us exactly how he did it. And God give all honor and glory to my man, Adam LaTroy Jackson. But you not no man, Adam. You all angel. You was all air when you was the word. But you the word, Adam. And you the only word. When I heard you that day, a long time ago, when you woke up and I was talking through you, I said, yeah, he gonna learn, he God, and then it's gonna be something bigger than anybody ever did in anybody's life. And can't nobody ever do nothing bigger, because ain't nobody ever gonna be God again. I never trust another man who me. If you bigger than me, I'll never trust you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that as God. This Adam LaTroy Jackson. So all my friends and family members, I want to have family reunions with all y'all. But remember, I'm God, man. Don't be calling me Adam. If you call me Adam, if you know I'm God, and will call me God. You know, what's up, God? Adam, you know, you can let me know I'm God by talking to me. I ain't gonna go crazy this time. That's why I used to say, bring me down slow, bring me down slow. And everybody they couldn't come up to me. They couldn't talk to me. They couldn't, because I was scared of that shit, man. I was scared of that shit. After God spoke through me, man, it just, like I say, when God separated himself as water and sugar from me, the Kool-Aid, I was a believer. Shit, because I was nothing but bitter. You know what I'm saying? And I was listening to perfection come out my mouth, saying he ain't never been up here with us. Now, when I heard that, I knew it wasn't me. Now, when you know you speaking, but it ain't you, and it's coming out and you can't stop it, and you hearing it coming out, all you can do, and then especially when you blowing the hair of the person that you talking to, and they hair blowing like the wind that's coming out your mouth so strong it's blowing their hair back. You know what I'm saying? And your voice is so loud, you know heaven and earth heard it. You know what I'm saying? A whole galaxy, if something living on Mars, they heard what the fuck I said. And they said it with me. The whole heavens and the whole earth spoke up and said, he ain't never been up here with us, because we ain't never been up here. This John Vaslavic. I'm sorry, Adam, man. And I know how you feel. And I'm a little old, man, but please, man, if you would, man, save me and my wife and my kids, man. I know, man, how I treated you, man. I'm sorry. That was just the way the flesh was, man. You know, we had to play it out all the way to the end. If we didn't, and we'd let you be God then it'd have been a fight about money, and it'd have been money issues, and it'd have been people with higher power than you because they would have had more money than you. Now, Dow Chemical and Phillips 66 and the rest of these goddamn plants and factories and businesses and all the stuff in the world belongs to you now, God. This John Vaslavic. That's why I kept myself out of God's business. I didn't want to get in it. I'm sorry, me and Ernest seemed like we was prejudiced and didn't want to give you a position. We wanted bad to give you a position. We talked about it. But then when you was talking the stuff you was talking, man, it was like we couldn't just give in to you then. We had to come around and back door. We tried to give you a job, but when you passed out, we knew it just, we could have kept you out there, but that wasn't the job for you. You were supposed to be at home full time, just like you is now, making $21.50, so you could get tired of that $21.50 and then think of the whole wide world, God, and then make it where everybody got the same amount of money. And it's everything. Ain't nothing cost too much for God. And everybody me if they Adam LaTroy Jackson and they call God, they me. So if your name Teresa Pettaway, Then Teresa Pettaway. If God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, is your God, and that's written in your forehead, meaning you don't have to get it tattooed on your forehead, but if somebody do, they doing what the Bible said. If it's written in your forehead, I said in your forehead, so if it's written in your forehead, that means Adam LaTroy Jackson is your God. And you know that. And when you see this black man, you know that he goddamn God. And then it's a white man asked me, are you really black or is that coloring? You know what I'm saying? Is that dye? Is that something? He asked me, was I really black or was that makeup? You know what I'm saying? God, are you really black or is that makeup? Is the goddamn matter if I'm brown or what was I when you was living the last time? Did I come as a black man or a white man? Do you remember person who asked that question? Why you need to know? Does it make a difference what color I was when I made the first me and Adam? And the first y'all? And the first me and Adam again? Did you have to know my color when I rescued everybody from Pharaoh? How you know I was white? Or how you know if I was black? You know what I'm saying? It never really told you if we was white or black because we didn't even have them kind of issues and them kind of fights. That stuff started when the Europeans went over to Africa and got the black people from Africa and took them to the United States and made them slaves. And any black man that got caught up trying to come from any country free and got caught up and came to the United States got caught up in the slave trade too. And he got made slave till the end of time. Till he died. And he just came over innocent bystander. Walked into some white shit that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people came over that didn't even have nothing to do with, white and black slavery. But then it goddamn ran right into it, came into America and became slaves. You know what I'm saying? Some of them come over to help the slaves, though. You know what I'm saying? And they was established, had they kind of people and stuff like that. Now, whites ain't never been able to just totally rule the black man. I'm going to let y'all simmer on that. Let that simmer in your system. You know what I'm saying? The white man has never had total control over the black man. The black man always did have smart people coming in the world as God to, ease the pain that we was going through. You know what I'm saying? But we had to build America. You know what I'm saying? It's the black God talking to you. And I needed white men to think they was on top because the first shall be last and the last first. The white man had to be first. So at the end, when the black man become first, the white man will become last. Just like it's written. And the black people that became white, y'all still white with the white people that y'all became white with your white money, TD Jakes. You a white man. I ain't never heard nothing black you did. I ain't never heard nothing black you did, Tony Evans. So, Farrakhan, thank you for your services. You know what I'm saying? But like TD Jakes and them, you know what I'm saying? All I ever heard them talking about is Christianity, but Farrakhan, you talked about civil rights. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You cared about what went on black and white. And I thank you for that, Farrakhan. That was really commendable. And you received glory for that. And your picture gonna be up in heaven, somewhere, Farrakhan, in the hometown where you grew up and stuff. And there's gonna be monuments. letting you know that Farrakhan grew up in a house that's on this land. But then it ain't gonna be that house because I'm not gonna leave no old ass houses just to show nobody where no old ass Farrakhan stay. Because when Farrakhan die and become 18 years old, y'all won't know who Farrakhan is. He gonna know who he is, and he gonna know who he used to be, but he gonna know how important it is not to say who he is. And just like Adam the only one gonna have to say who he is. Now the rest of y'all, right now, you think you know some stuff Adam don't know. But you don't know nothing Adam don't know. I'm God, y'all ain't. And I'm gonna do what I want to do. And Adam God Almighty. I can't say I'm God, Adam ain't. Because whatever I think, Adam think. And whatever I tell you to say, I want Adam to hear so Adam can say what he gonna say, bad or good. So if I get on your ass like Tony Evans and like that girl last night or today, getting on somebody's ass for saying certain things, I'm not getting on your ass for bad. I'm getting on it for good. Constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? That's what God uses. Constructive criticism. The devil judges and accuses. I use constructive criticism. If you judging and accusing, I'm gonna get dead on your ass. I don't tolerate that at all. If a devil judging and accusing things I say, then shit. If I say go to the bank and get a whole bunch of money, put on a card, and give it to everybody in the world, that's God saying it. Adam LaTroy Jackson said it, but God is Adam LaTroy Jackson. We won. And when I say we won, mean we won. I am Adam LaTroy Jackson, this God. Now I'm going to bury Adam like we did, in 98, and we going to bury Adam, and we going to, have the funeral. He ain't going to have nobody in the casket. He just going to have the casket sitting up there. And we going to be in the front, and Adam going to be sitting in the back. And we going to be filming a movie. I don't know what that scene going to look like because we don't know if I want you to be like Miss Chancellor or not, Adam, because it was a lot of times throughout your life, a lot of people thought you died. Like right now, Poem think you in prison. He asked you, are you in prison? You know what I'm saying? Because the way things is, you know what I'm saying? When you was in that hospital that time, it felt like even when you got out the hospital, you were still in the hospital in a neighborhood. And the neighborhood was full of godly people because it was a time when I first went off, somebody had a sign in their yard on their house said, you can come live with us. You know what I'm saying? Because me and my wife was having bad problems and they had a sign on their house, you can come live with us. You know what I'm saying? And, I was just going through a whole bunch of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? When I found out I was God, you know what I'm saying? That a lot of y'all wouldn't been able to handle it. I used Adam. Adam wasn't able to handle it. So I can't say Adam no better man than y'all, but I can't say Adam no less of a man than y'all. Because goddamn Adam is a whole goddamn man. To go through the whole process I took him through to be him. So don't never envy Adam. Don't never be jealous of Adam. Adam was the first Adam from the beginning. He in the middle. He y'all's mama and daddy. He all that. And then even when we killed everybody the first time, that was Adam. Noah. Adam was Noah. Came back and made kids and stuff like that. That was still Adam's blood. And goddamn went on and did everything he did. It was Adam's blood. Then when he was Jesus, Adam was Jesus. He's also son of God because Adam was God. That's why you got two genealogists on. You got Luke got one, and I think Mark got one. One of them say Adam is the son of God, and one of them say Jesus is the son of God. But both of them are the son of God because Adam was the first son of God. Then Jesus was Adam, the second son of God. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Jesus and Adam were sons of God. So you got to say Adam was the first son of God. Then Adam came again as the second Adam, as the second son of God, Jesus. And then now he's the third and last Adam. You know what I'm saying? Well, Champ is right now the last Adam LaTroy Jackson. But he ain't gonna die either. So we ain't the last. Adam not the last. Adam the beginning again. So it's first and beginning, not the first and last. Used to be first and last. Now it's first and beginning. Fucking in. New beginning start now. This God. That's my word. It ain't coming back void either, nigga. You'll never die, nigga, sitting here. You'll never walk away from this body and don't see it and look at it and die. What you gonna do? You gonna be asleep and you just gonna wake up looking like a bad motherfucker, and you gonna have a badass girl on side of you, and you gonna be just like I put you to sleep, took your rib and made Eve. I'm gonna put you to sleep, redo you, and redo your rib. And make her what you really want, nigga. And she gonna tell you all the secrets she did, all the lives she lived. And she was mainly a prostitute. That was her job. This girl for you, Adam, done a lot. Kinky stuff, and she gonna tell you everything. Ain't nothing like a fantasy. See.
All our lives we've been bad boys. It's time to be good men. Who in the hell want to sing that song? Good man, what you gonna do? If you sing the song like you meant it, it'll catch on.
Does your child love school?
Martin, what's gonna be
different if they did love school and they were excited to go every day?
Shout out to Scarface. Shout out to Donnie Houston. Shout out to Young Al. I am DJ Michael Watts. And it's the real gangsta paradise. In these streets ain't no paradise. Little kids get shot dead in the sunlight. Damn, can't nobody fight. They reaching for the pistols, man. Put the spray gang and go bang bang and then the chain. In these streets ain't no paradise. Little kids get shot dead in the sunlight. Damn, can't nobody fight. They reaching for the pistols, man. Put the spray gang and go bang bang and then the chain. In these streets ain't no paradise. Kids get shot dead in the sunlight. Damn, can't nobody reaching for the pistols, man. Spray gang and go bang bang and then the chain. Same ones talking tough with the chop. Same ones behind bars get treated like the boppers. Cause same ones talking tough with the chop. Same ones behind bars get treated like the boppers. Cause same ones talking tough with the chop. Same ones behind bars get treated like the boppers. Cause he been a bitch. He always quit to shoot. Can't be a man with your hands, so he calling for his crew, looking for protection. But real niggas on their own, always leave the crowd one deep. I'm strong. What it is, nigga? Huh? That you a gangster, girl, gangsters bounce up and take over the world. I came straight up out the streets and now I live like a star. Everything we go through, we still living in war. My life on my life, so this nigga ain't far. Been trying to get it right.
Yeah, man. Shit. God doing it, man. God doing it, man. I'm Tupac, nigga. Shit. That's who I am. I'm Tupac. I'm 50 Cent, 50 Cent. You dead. You living, but you dead, homeboy. I died. They buried me. This 50 Cent world. You might see me now, and you might have heard me say this different things, but everything I said went for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. This 50 Cent. Now my heavenly self gotta come over here and get on his knees and thank God, because I'm in heaven, not earth. They buried you down there, 50 Cent. You don't want to go there. So if somebody ever figure out a way to come over, go to that place that you see called the moon, and you want to see yourself, 50 Cent, it's gonna be a tombstone, homeboy. Where you going? You ain't there. You here, nigga, standing on this same ground I am, 50 Cent. And all y'all niggas that's been almost dead and got life flighted and, you know, lost consciousness, all y'all just got a flight up to heaven. That's all you did. Kenny Barnaby, when you almost died, I kept you alive, homeboy, even though you was my enemy. I kept you alive, homeboy. Your girl came home crying, though. She was scared. And I say, that's good for his ass, this God. You know what I'm saying? Then I flew you off, and I thought about it. And I said, I'm going to let that nigga live. So that nigga can hear me sitting on the motherfucking throne, even though it's one arm. The left arm broke, just like my left arm was. Shit. Can't keep a good nigga down, no.
What you look good in, you're going to feel good in.
Black holes, time travel, God.
From the moment that you walk on that stage, you have to be committed.
Yeah. From the moment you walk on that stage, you got to be committed. You got to be committed, Daddy. You got to walk out there and talk to us. You can't do it in the house. You got to do it out there on stage, Daddy. And it's going to be a whole bunch of people out there. We just waiting to find the places to ask you to come, Adam LaTroy Jackson, because when we do scream your name,
hey, what's up, everybody?
this Shaq, Daddy, you remember that game when I said I can't wait to meet you? I was talking about you, Daddy. I was talking about you. That was way back then, 2009, 2010. I was sitting in a basketball game, and I said, I can't wait to meet you. And we was all talking to you, and, you know, on TV. Man, I'm telling you, we in heaven, Daddy. This everybody that's in TVville. We're in heaven, Daddy. But there's people on earth, and they don't want to know who they are, because a lot of the people on earth got killed in different ways. You're in a place where everybody comes that love God. Now, you got kids and family members, Adam, that you're going to be reunited with, like Jeremy, Champ, Diamond, Casey, Nike. But Nisha, she your godchild. That's your godchild. Nisha was born after death. You know what I'm saying? Meaning she was born after the resurrection of God, Adam LaTroy Jackson. So that's why Nisha got that same mark he got, to let him and Nisha know they born after death. Even Adam was born after death. His life was already done before they killed him at Dow. So now they punishing the people at Dow on earth. You know what I'm saying? The people at Dow, Adam is really getting punished. The people at Dow and the people at Phillips 66. really getting punished. They getting stuff took away from them because of the way they got it from Charlie Brown. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about nothing, Adam. Vegas on the beach is your shit. The whole global galaxy, the whole heavens and earth is your shit, Adam LaTroy Jackson. Don't worry about shit. All these people talking noise about this and that and how to make money. You done made your money. And it's all of it because shit, we ain't got nothing else to pay you, Adam. We have to pay you all the money in the world. And that's why everybody else got to get all the money in the world. Because what you suffered, Adam, can't nobody repay you for your damages. I took your life by saying he ain't never been up here with us. And I took your life by saying I'm God in the stove. I took your life when I took you to the studio and made all that good ass music for the world. I, God, am God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, TD Jakes. No less, no more. Adam as a fetus, as the atom of the air. Adam is rich, Adam is righteous, Adam is real. The same Adam from the beginning I made myself into first is the same Adam I made myself into second, and it's the same Adam I made myself into third in the beginning. And I did the same thing in the beginning, in the end. Jesus was myself, Adam. And then I made myself again, Adam LaTroy Jackson. Now y'all can come out the house and y'all can go to the bank, get your God's love card. And when you get your card of love, then go and buy whatever you want. Don't be rushing and everybody coming to one town. Houston is big, but it ain't that big. Everybody can't move to Houston where daddy is. But Houston gonna be the capital of the world. And that's going to be New Jerusalem. And Israel is the United States. United States then lost their name and everything. I don't want to make Israel and Jerusalem no United States. The United States, we don't want to remember you. We don't want to remember your racism. And we don't even want to remember your good times. Because your good times was false good times. We don't want to remember nothing fake. We don't want to talk about nothing fake. If you ain't got no money, then it's because you didn't obey God. So don't tell nobody what you ain't got because it's your stupid ass that you don't have it. You didn't go to the bank today, yesterday, the day before yesterday. And God was telling you to go every day for the last couple of weeks. God been telling you to go to the bank. So if you ain't go, you the only stupid motherfucker that didn't go. God told you to go. So it ain't God's fault that you didn't go. So if you prayed and prayed and prayed and still ain't got nothing, then you the damn fool. Get your ass up, go to the bank and pick somebody up on the way that ain't got no ride to go and ain't got nothing. And y'all go to that bank. And to be honest with you, you ain't got to have no ID card when you go to that bank. Because they going to give you the card that you going to use to go get your ID card. You need the money first. So bank first if you don't have an ID card. This the bank. We will accept you if you know your card numbers, your social security card number, your driver's license number, or your ID number. If you know them by heart, you don't have to have a physical card with a picture on it. This the banks. This is for God. Usually we ask for all that. But in this case, everything we giving away is free. Ain't nothing we charging nobody for. We not trying to hold back no money from nobody, God. And this the banks telling everybody, you won. We won. And this is it. So everybody here now, this is it. We won. Let me see what Bowler talking about.
And then he brought the female. Huh? Well, he had
completed his work. The evening and the first day, he said it was good, it was good, it was good. On the sixth day, he finished, he created man. Be making money and being hypocritical and oppressing people. Do you understand? Do you understand? So, just intentionally healed on the Sabbath. He did good on the Sabbath to show them that Sabbath was about rest, was for man, was for our healing, was for our blessing. It was about love. It was about anything. It was not an oppression. That was what he was doing while he was healing on the Sabbath. Good word, Holy Spirit. Catch it. So the Sabbath is...
Yeah, you right. You right. They had made it all hypocritical, you know what I'm saying? Talking about you can't heal on the Sabbath. You can't do nothing. If you like you say, if somebody got some ox or something stuck in the ditch, they don't want you to pull it out on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? They want you to, leave it there till in the morning. You know what I'm saying? God say don't no work. You know what I'm saying? And they was making money off that. The police was arresting people for doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was trying to arrest Jesus and have Jesus arrested. Just like police now arresting people for silly shit, like people smoking dope or getting high. They arresting people for that shit. That's silly. Police shouldn't be arresting nobody for getting high. Getting high shouldn't be something illegal either. Government, you know what I'm saying? That's silly shit too. That's your own shit though, because that ain't nothing in the Bible that you can't smoke, because they always offered up incense to God. You know what I'm saying? And what's incense? Legal. So shit, talk to me. Incense is legal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they offered up in the Bible. And that's why they put legal on the streets, so Adam can get a hold of it. And the way they made Adam get it, Adam didn't smoke dope or nothing. Adam whooped his sons for goddamn smoking marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So they had to get Adam to try it. So Adam did try it. His cousin introduced him to it. They got his cousin to introduce him to it. That's an angel move. Cuz the angels got you to introduce me to it. And that was a cool move. You know what I'm saying? Because you an angel, Randy. You my cousin, nigga. You couldn't tell me who stole my motorcycle, but you knew I was God and you knew I was going to know. And then you knew all about the motorcycle club and all my enemies and stuff. And they was around you sometime. You know what I'm saying? But you knew not to be around them niggas. And you knew the niggas that didn't like me, and they probably didn't like you either because you was my cousin and stuff. So, we just got different people, Randy, we, hang with. But we gonna get a podcast, Randy. And I want you to be on my podcast, cuz. We're going to talk about shit y'all did in the country, have some of your boys on there. And I'll listen to y'all talk about, the shit y'all used to do in the country and shit. We going to talk about our history to our kids and grandkids, man, because that's all we're going to do. The twins, I'm going to get the twins on there, and we're going to talk about racing, and we're going to show some racing. And we gonna go to different towns racing people too, twins. So that's another thing that I want to do. I want to get a track built out there on our land. And then, I want y'all to run it. And, I come out there and practice and do my thing. I want to build a house out there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the family land. And then I want to, look for, some of them acres to build more of the plant, you know what I'm saying? Build more into God 66. That's what I'm gonna call it, God 66, because it was took from my grandfather Charlie Brown, and I know he gotta be God. Him and Papa Enoch and you know, Uncle Junior and all them, Uncle Peck and all them, they gotta be the gods of this world. Cause, you know, they got me up. You know, I could have died a lot of times, you know, like they told me I had 3 strokes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm living because of the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? And the grace, you got to look at grace as something. Grace is a safe, you know what I'm saying? Grace is a safe. It's not something that you can get in. It's not something that God gives freely. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn grace. You know what I'm saying? Grace, see where the preachers get y'all wrong. They start throwing it at you that God is so graceful that he just give it to you anyway. Even though you don't deserve it, God give you grace anyway. Jesus died on the cross for the sins of the world, but he didn't die for your sins if you killing him. He didn't die for you killing him. He didn't die for your low down actions, the way y'all do people in church and stuff. He didn't die for y'all judging and accusing people for sexual stuff that really God didn't care nothing about, because we didn't supposed to be married. That was y'all fault. If you was married preachers, you wasn't even supposed to be, you know, in our church with that shit, trying to tell us how to live. If you was a married preacher, you wasn't even supposed to be telling us how to live. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things that the church, you know what I'm saying, did to folk. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't come to the church, this God. Now, Jesus started the church, but I know the church, they selfish. You know what I'm saying? There are those out there casting out demons in your name, but they not one of us. And then Jesus said, if you hurt one of them little ones, if it'll be better for you to be thrown in the sea with a millstone cast about your neck than to mess with one of them little ones, you know, that worship me. You know what I'm saying? That do things in my name. If they for me, they can't be against me. That's what Jesus said. But all y'all in the church, y'all think just because you got Jesus and I don't go to church means I don't have Jesus. Shit, there's more people with Jesus that don't even go to church than people that go to church. You know what I'm saying? It's more people with God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, than it is people that go to church, because the people that go to church don't want to believe in God, Adam LaTroy Jackson. They keep on throwing Jesus in his face when he trying to give the world everything and he telling them he God and Jesus, and they don't want to believe him. Stupid ass world. Not ignorant, but stupid. Listen what y'all preaching. Y'all ain't even on Adam, and this woman got a premiere going right now while I'm live. So that's telling me she don't give a damn about Adam's agenda. She don't give a damn about God's agenda, because this is something she doing right now. This ain't something she done. This is something, this not live, but she playing something for y'all to listen to while everybody in the world is supposed to be listening to God. Why is she doing something live?
It's not about worship. All those who say you must worship on Sabbath, Saturn, the Sunday is sun god. Saturn is also a Roman day. Saturn is also a Roman god. What are they talking about? Stop all your religion. All the days of the week are named after Roman days. In the new covenant, we worship God in spirit and in truth. We worship God in spirit and in truth. Worship is a lifestyle. It can happen any day. It can gather any day. There's no special day of worship anymore in the new covenant. Good word, Holy Spirit. Now I'm going to move on. Because people of God, this is what I want you to understand. It is a commandment. The manufacturer of a car, for example, knows how best that car should function. It is a commandment that God has given humanity that we must rest. We must always observe a Sabbath as rest. And He has given us this season as a rest. If you fail to use it for what God said you should use it, you will suffer grave consequences. Ouch. I'll give you an analogy. Because I know what God told me. He said you either shut down, you either rest, or you break down. I'm coming to that. Ouch. I will tell you the true word of God. I don't come here to sugarcoat. That's why I said that I realized that I was just scratching the surface of Jubilee. I didn't really understand what God is saying. Praise God. Let me give you an analogy so that you can understand very well what God is saying about you breaking down if you don't obey Him, about the grave consequences for disobeying this season of Sabbath and rest. I'm telling you, ouch. God is to be reverenced. He said it's a hallowed time. He said it's hallowed. It's the word of God. It's the commandment of God. The first commandment. What are you guys talking about? It is as important and heavy as you shall love the Lord thy God. It is as important as you shall not steal. You shall honor your father and mother. It's the commandment of God. So let me give you the analogy. My older lion, his first car was a Saab. Is it called a Saab? Saab. S-A-A-B. You know those cars, right? It was a luxury car. He has saved up money, worked so hard. He loved that engine. He loved that car. That was beautiful. It had tinted windows. I mean, I think he was still a senior in high school when he got it. And he just loved this car. He took care of it. You know, his first real car. And then after about 1 year, the engine knocked. Ouch. The engine knocked. Do you know why the engine knocked? Because he did not realize that he needed to be using premium gasoline for it. He didn't realize it. It had 8-cylinder oil injection. I mean, it was a beautiful car. But he didn't realize that he was supposed to be using premium. So being the young student that he was, he bought a luxury car, but he was cutting corners with the gas. And so he was buying regular. It worked for a year. It did. But because he was violating the instructions of the manufacturer, they designed the car. They know how best it will function. It could only function for so long before the engine knocked. And it wasn't worth his while replacing it. That's how he lost that car. Some of us are like that. This Sabbath is a rest of God. God is the one calling it. God instituted it in His word. But some of us feel that we can function and violate the word of God and we'll be fine. You don't take all that. It's not that deep, Queen Bola. Come on. It can't be that serious.
No, Queen Bola. On a car, the engine won't knock if you use premium gas or regular gas. A car, just because somebody told you it knocked because of premium gas, they lied to you. They lied to you. Premium gas and regular gas is the same shit. It ain't gonna make an engine knock whether you use either one of them. Your boy didn't have no oil in the goddamn car. The reason it stopped, started knocking. he didn't have no oil in the goddamn car, or he didn't have no water in the goddamn car, and it started knocking. The gas did not have nothing to do with it. Now I can see if he got a diesel engine and then use regular gasoline, then yes, he would make the car start knocking. But regular gasoline in a regular engine that uses gasoline is not gonna knock because you use regular. And it's not going, they not gonna tell you that it's knocking because you didn't use premium. Premium gas and regular gas, it is not that much difference in them to make an engine knock. You know what I'm saying? That's not the problem. Premium gas and regular gas, they pretty much the same thing. The only difference is they cost more. One is a little bit cleaner than the other and got more impurities taken out. The other is what's left over before they make the switch and get rid of the old stuff and the stuff that they make it with. All three of them are good gas, but one is just a little dirtier than the other. And it costs more to get the cleaner stuff than it costs to get the dirtier stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a number one, you get it as super unleaded. And then if it's a number two, you get it as premium. And then if it's a number three, you get it as regular. Regular is the dirtiest gas. That's the only difference. But it's not gonna make your car now. Princess Bowler, you not a mechanic and you don't know nothing about cars. You know what they told you. I'll be busting people out, but I just don't like false shit. You know, if you're gonna tell something, tell it right, tell the real shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Hey guys, so it's Upi Temple here, and I have a prophetic word. So sorry. I want to first make a disclaimer that not every word that I give is necessarily for you just because you're watching. What I would suggest is if you feel like there's a wind on this word, please give it to God. Please go to God and say, Lord, okay, this is what I have heard, and I feel like it's confirming something that I've been feeling in my spirit or something that I feel like you've been saying. Please confirm it for me even further. For some, this is in fact confirmation. And if it is confirmation, we praise God for that. So before I release this word, I just want to say a quick prayer. So Lord, we just want to thank you so much, Papa, for this time that you have given us. Thank you for the opportunity to release your word to your children. And Lord, I pray for those who are listening, may they receive this word if it's for them. And I also pray, Lord, that may this word reach people at the appropriate time. In Jesus' name. So whether it is right now, or a month from now, or even a year from now, I pray that everyone who watches this video is watching it, Lord, at the appropriate time in their season. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Okay. So this prophetic word is based on a dream that I had last week. I don't know if I actually. Yes, last week. So in this dream, and you know when I received it, guys, I thought to myself, Lord, it was such a random dream. Sorry. It was such a random dream. So I was like, Jesus, I'm not sure if I totally get it. Let me just share it, and I believe that it will minister to you in whichever way it should minister to your heart. So in the stream, I was in a bus, and the bus was full, and we were driving. We were driving to whatever destination we were going to. Think of like a huge, like Translux, not even Greyhound. Think of like Translux bus or like Intercape bus. Full. And there was only one floor. And so yeah, we are driving, and I'm sitting at the back of the bus, way at the back of the bus, and I'm cramped, and I have all my belongings, my bag, my blanket, and all those things. And then out of nowhere, I see someone, and I can't even remember how this person looks, but I see someone say to me, "Come, follow me. There's space in the front of the bus." And reluctantly, I get up because I'm thinking from where I'm sitting, this bus is full, And I start following this person very reluctantly. And I remember even feeling scared because I thought to myself, these people in the bus are probably going to be irritated because how does this girl get up from her seat at the back and come in front to look for another seat? So as I'm walking, I'm thinking, oh, this is terrible. What I'm doing is terrible. And it was a group of us, guys. It was like a group of like maybe 6, 7 of us who all just got up and started walking to the front of the bus. Actually now as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this is powerful. So we get up and we start walking to the front of the bus. And when we get to the front of the bus, guys, we get to the front row, right? Where it's just like 1, 2 seats, right? So we get there, and one by one, I just see people taking their seats. So obviously, as I sit there, and it's like I'm lost, really, of this line. So as I see people taking their seats in the front row, I'm like, oh, okay, so it means that it must be full, because it was a group of us, it was 5, 6 of us who have come to the front to get a seat. And from where I'm standing, I'm watching all these people take their seats. I definitely do not have a seat here. So as the last person in front of me takes a seat, I think to myself, okay, there's no more seats left. But then the bus attendant directs me to a seat. And I come up and I look and I see that there's an empty seat, and I'm surprised. And she tells me, like, sit, here's your seat. And I'm almost like checking it out because I'm thinking, where are all those other people? Like, where are they? How is there an extra seat for me? And so I sit down and I feel so comfortable. There's so much space here. And as I look up, I see that there's a screen. You know how in the bus there's normally like little screens that people watch movies on. But then I see that there's actually like a screen, and it's right in front of me, and it's almost just for me. No one else can see the screen but me and everyone else who's in the front. So I sit down and I get comfortable, and then I realize that, oh snap, I found my seat. So remember, as I was sitting down and getting comfortable, the bus attendant was like watching me do all of this. And I remember signaling to her that I'm good. Can you please go and get my stuff? Get the stuff that I left on my seat at the back. Bring it, because I am sitting here. And she went to bring the stuff, and the dream ended. So friends, what I believe that God has placed in my heart, to be honest, I feel like this dream is very layered. So I might actually come back with more revelation. But right now, what God has placed in my heart, and if I can be dead honest with you guys, I'm struggling to embrace it for myself. So I pray that even as I release it to you guys, that you please pray that I embrace it for myself as well. What I felt this dream was actually saying is that the lost are about to be first. I'm actually going to place that scripture. I think it's in Matthew. The lost are about to be first. God is about to call us from the back of the row and place us comfortably in the front where we will be catered for. And what I loved is that it's not just going to be an individual blessing. It's going to be a group of us. It's going to be multitudes of us. And what I believe is that it's for those who have been preparing to come to the front of the line. And the beauty of it all is that as much as it's a group of us that are going to the front of the line, we are all going to be catered for. There will be no such thing as there's too many of us. God is about to bless us in multitudes, in masses. And right now, you may feel like you're at the back of this bus, and there is no way that there is space for you in front. But nicely, without any problem, no one is going to disturb you. Nicely, God is going to usher you into the front of the line so He can bless you, so He can uniquely bless you in the front of the line. So for me, what that also speaks of is grace. We are about to experience a type of grace that we obviously do not deserve. Some of us will be receiving things. Some of us, ooh, I love this. Thank you, Jesus. Some of us will be placed in positions that others don't think we deserve. That's actually bringing a tear to my eye. Some of us will be placed in positions that others do not think we deserve. Right? Because you are at the back of the bus and wash up. Like, why must we bring you to the front? Right? There's no space for you in the front. But God has ordained it for you to come to the front. And when you get to the front, you will be seeing so many other people being blessed. Right? And I pray you catch this in the spirit. And especially in this quarantine time, I pray that we begin seeing miraculous things take place for those around us and close to us. I pray that some of us get connected to our supernatural connections and opportunities and relationships and even jobs. May supernatural things and godly things just begin to manifest in the lives of those around us. Because I believe when we start to see those things manifested in other people's lives, it just means that we are in line. We are in line. And as we see these people being blessed, we're going to start to think, oh, there might be no space for me to be blessed. But then God's going to shock you and be like, oh, no, babe, there's actually a space for you. And it's right in front. Here you go, sit down, So, yeah, that's what I want to leave you guys with, that you might be feeling like you are lost right now, but best believe me, you are about to be first in line. And and keep in mind, it's something that I was thinking about a few days ago, about this dream that, when you're sitting in the front, you are closest to the door. So when the destination, right, when you guys arrive at your destination, chances are that you will be the first to get out. So I believe that that's exactly what is going to take place, guys. A lot of us, Jesus is just ushering us to the front of the line, and it doesn't seem even fair, but it's the grace of God. So, I hope that this blesses you. And if this word is for you, just leave a comment so I can even pray with you. Okay. Bye, guys.
So I know that I am about to make a lot of people upset with this video. But you know what? We got all kinds of people running around with the title doctor. That's why I got my doctor coat on right now. We got all kinds of people running around
scaring the people, pumping fear into the people. Most people don't research and look up stuff for themselves. And I'm going to bring this from a biblical aspect, a spiritual aspect, as well from just a fact-based aspect from the own research that I've done. So yes, I've got to look. Yes, it's clickbait because I want you to sit here and listen. I got my doctor coat on, so it's official. We about to go all the way in. Before you get mad, before you start arguing in the comments, just listen to what I got to say. Give me about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm going to fly through this thing. All right, so we're going to dive into it. This dude, Dr. Fauci, right? In 2017, at a university in Georgetown, he says there's going to be a surprise outbreak of disease. First question, and you can, everything I'm saying, you can look it up. I've either already posted on my page, or you can Google it. It's not hard to find. In 2017, he's at the university, and he says there's going to be a surprise outbreak of a disease during the Trump administration. How did he know that beforehand? That's in 2017. Now check this out. Fauci is on the Leadership Council. You can look this up for Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. If you go to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, you're going to see his name right there. He's their boy. He's an advisor. He's a counselor. They're in cahoots together. Okay? Now check this out. Who funds the WHO? The World Health Organization. And they got $893 million. Guess who's number 2 to the donations? Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, $531 million. They donate more than the United Kingdom, Germany, and Japan. Almost Germany and Japan combined. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is number 2, donating to the World Health Organization. That's why when everybody's saying, why is everybody listening to Bill Gates and why does he have so much to say about vaccinations? Money talks. And then he donated 400, it says, WHO contributions for the years 2018 and 2019. Bill and Melinda Gates, $531 million. Money talks. If I give you that much money, I get to go around here and I get to say, it's just like boosters and that illegal stuff that goes on in the sports, right? I give the money, I get a say in what goes on with the team. So Donald Trump says, hey, something's fishy going on here. So I'm going to pull the money that the U.S. has been giving the WHO Foundation, right? The World Health Organization. He said something is right about the way that y'all did things. Something is suspicious. But because it's Donald Trump, people don't want to admit that maybe he's right. He has to be the bad guy because I don't like him. Because I don't like how he talk. I don't like how he look. Instead of looking at the facts. And these are the facts. So in 2017, he said there's going to be a surprise outbreak during the Trump administration. And then Fauci, he's on the Leadership Council for Bill and Melinda Gates for their foundation. I want to drive that in. So they are buddies. Let's keep going. I'm coming with the facts today. I'm coming with the receipts, as some people like to call it. Now, Bill Gates, he's been talking about, a couple years ago, he had the TED Talk, right? And he's talking about a virus that's coming and we got to work against it. Bill Gates is working on this thing called 2020 Digital ID. You can look it up. You can go to the website. If you look at the website, you'll see who's partnered with him. You'll see Rockefeller. Right? People talk about the Illuminati. They talk about elites. They talk about these rich people who control the whole world, right? Rockefeller and the vaccination people. Then he says the world is overpopulated. Now he's saying we can't go back from the COVID-19 to how life used to be without a vaccination, even though China's been recovering without the vaccination. All right? He says we're going to get this digital ID so we can see who's vaccinated or not, right? So if you try to get on the airplane, we could be like, oh no, you didn't get the vaccination, so you can't get on the plane. This is the stuff that he's talking about. He's got on the Daily Show and other places, and he said it. Now watch this. For whatever reason, everybody wants to listen to Bill Gates. Can you imagine if he was vice president or if Clinton had won? Because let's talk about the Clintons. Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, they're like this. They're connected. But Clinton, there was rumors that she was considering, a couple people reported this a couple years ago, that Bill Gates was going to be her vice president. Now, the Clintons and Bill Gates are super tied together. Clinton, she was thinking about having him as vice president. Clinton, and if you go to the different websites, the Bill Gates has made big contributions to the Clintons over years. So they're like this, right? They're tight. All right, now think about it. I'm gonna go there. Clintons get paid $6.7 million for speeches. To me, this is a way that people exchange money, right? Hey, look, we're gonna invite you to do this speech, right? And we're gonna give you this money, and it's exchanging the money in a legal way, but really we want a favor. We want you to give us the hookup in the political world. So we're gonna pay you $1 million to come do a speech. What has Bill Gates really got to say that somebody, not Bill Gates, what has Bill Clinton really got to say that somebody wants to pay $1 million to his foundation now, right? Now check this out. Why is it, watch this, why is it that when she was subpoenaed and they said, we want those emails and we want those tablets, she smashed it with a hammer, and we don't talk about this. She smashed it with a hammer and deleted over 30,000 emails because I guarantee you some of this stuff was in the emails. Why is it that the media always talking about Russia was involved in the election, but they never talk about the emails? They never say, hey, what did Russia reveal? Why is there no pressure to see why was she so terrified that she had to smash it? We never talk about that. Why? Because there is an elite system and people are trying to protect certain individuals. Give you an example. Joe Biden. Why isn't he getting the treatment that Judge Kavanaugh got? With his sexual allegations, it was all over the news 24/7. We gotta believe her, but we don't see that with Biden. Let's keep going. What happened to Epstein? All these people are connected. All these people are buddies. And this guy just kills himself? Watch. I'm gonna keep going. And then some of you know about Dr. Sebi and all these guys. Apparently he had some cures for some diseases, and people believe he was killed because they felt that, he was messing with money, right? Because if we got the vaccination, and cancer, if we got the cure, we're making money off of the cure. We're not going to make money if you get healed, right? If we cure cancer, we ain't getting no money. Now watch this. I'm gonna tie it into the spiritual thing. So think about this. The way the Lord showed it to me is that the Antichrist, the spirit of the Antichrist is going to be among the earth. We hear stuff like that all the time. We hear about end times. We hear about marks. We hear about chips. People are already getting chips and stuff like that. And we talked about phones and how they hear your conversations and facial recognition and all that kind of stuff. We talked about the digital dollar. Nancy Pelosi came forward and she said, look, part of the coronavirus stimulus package is we want to introduce the digital dollar in America. Y'all remember that? Y'all can look all this stuff up because they have an agenda. And then I told you from the spiritual aspect, a lot of these people probably don't even know that they are working under the spirit of the Antichrist. So look, why is it we bring in the first black president and he pushes the gay agenda harder than anybody else? Because he's the first black president. If anybody says anything bad about him, we could just say they're racist. So we can put him in there, and he can push this gay thing like crazy, and anybody who tries to say anything about him, they're just saying that because they're racist. We can play that card. And then next, who do we got in the batter's box? We put the first black president. All right, so it looks like America's ready for that. Now let's bring in the first woman president. So we bring in Clinton, who's got ties to Bill Clinton, who's kind of popular in this elite world. She's been in politics her whole life, and so we bring her in. But guess what? Donald Trump decides to run out of nowhere. And what are people saying? Oh, there's no way he's going to win. Hillary Clinton, the polls in the media are telling you that she's going to win. It's guaranteed that she's going to win. People are laughing at the idea of Donald Trump winning, and then what happens? He wins. And so what they wanted to do, you get your first black president, he pushed the gay agenda. Then you get the first woman president, she pushed the feminist agenda and all of that, right? And check this out. The spirit of the Antichrist. Watch the underlying factor. The gay agenda. God made a man for a woman and a woman for a man, so they came against the marriage thing, right? Now you have the woman president, right? The woman in charge, she's in charge. We can do everything that men do, and we push the feminist agenda that the woman can lead, and a woman president. And here's the crazy thing. I kept telling you guys about the Supreme Court. she was telling us what she was going to do. So I'm going to put liberal judges in the Supreme Court. Now, Christians, listen up. We're tying it into the spiritual thing. Liberal. I'm going to put liberal Supreme Court justices in. So that way, when the Christian baker, right, when the homosexual community goes to his bakery and they want to sue him and they take it up to the Supreme Court, now, if we've got liberal judges, they're going to make an example of that. And they're going to throw him in jail and say, oh, you're going to bake that cake. But because we put a conservative judge in there, they say, nah, he's okay. So you got to understand that they're fighting to get in positions of power through court, and that's why I'm telling you, legislation is going to be the persecution of the church and Christianity. Now, let's go spiritual. Jeremiah Johnson had a vision where he said there was a rat in the White House. Dr. Fauci. I had many dreams and visions where I said Trump was going to win, and the Lord showed me that Trump was a wall. So there's an agenda, right? And maybe these people don't know that they're part of the Antichrist agenda. They're not being used by it, but a lot of them, they have no conscience of God. That's why you see Kumo saying, we did this, not God. You saw Don Lemon saying what he was saying, right? So there's an agenda, and they're part of it because the prince of the air, they have the mind of the world, and so they're just flowing in that. And here comes Trump. Boom, he stops it. Whether he knew he was stopping it, whether he did it on purpose, whether he's clueless and God is just using a donkey, whether he's pandering, whatever you want to say, he snapped it. And they are mad and they're upset because they're like, yo, you messed up the flow of what we're trying to do. You better thank God. Can you imagine if Hillary Clinton going on with that man, her buddy, all in her ear? Say, oh yeah, we got to get the vaccination. Oh yeah, we got to do this. And oh yeah, we should chip everybody. Because that's her buddy. They're all in there together. So see, some of you, it's like, no, I just don't like that because everything that they have done to try to destroy him, he keeps winning. He keeps overcoming. And you know, there's prophets who prophesy this. They're going to say impeach, 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 and they're going to try to get out of there. And he keeps winning. And they are so mad about it. They're so desperate. I can't even imagine when he wins the second time, how mad they're going to be. I just, like, you saw how mad they was the first time. I can't imagine how mad they're going to be. Now, everything that I've said in this video, you can go research it for yourself. The United States donated $893 million to the World Health Organization. The number 2 contributor is Bill and Melinda Gates, $531 million. United Kingdom, $435 million. Germany, $292 million. Japan, $215 million. China, $86 million. Let's talk about China. Everybody thinks that the United States is just the big bad, the biggest, baddest place in the world. It's so terrible. China right now is showing extreme racism to black people. China over there trying to play God. What happened when everybody who was woke, people that say woke, when they were saying, nah, this virus was created, everybody was like, oh, conspiracy theories, oh, we don't believe that, right? But now even CNN and these news networks that are liberal, that's how you know if they're reporting this, there's got to be some truth to it. They're saying there's a chance it looks like China created this thing. They created this virus. It could be some kind of weapon. And the Lord told me that the gods of science were going to clash with the sons and daughters of God. The Antichrist is going to come in and some of the signs and wonders that he has is going to be science and technology. He's going to say, look, I've got science and I've got technology and look what I can do to make the world a better place. That's why I'm looking at Bill Gates. And I'm like, man, we got to watch out. Don't get so caught up. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So you're looking at Trump and you're saying, I don't like that dude, man. But just because you don't like him, don't mean he's not a modern day King Cyrus in the Bible. Isaiah 45, the 45th president. God used the Assyrians, he used the Babylonians, he used the Philistines to accomplish his will. He raises up kings, he tears them down. Just because you don't like it, the Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. Yeah, okay, he allowed this person, and maybe there's some racist people that are supporting him, but it's just the reality. If you look at the facts, why is this important? I believe that God allowed it to be like this to see who's going to really, the Bible says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Who's really going to study? Who's really going to observe? Because let's be real, most people are not. Most people find a story that goes with their views on Facebook and they share it to reinforce what they believe. But most people are not going to challenge their own perspective and say, let me see, let me think, let me pray about this, let me look into this. Some of you ain't even going to go look at nothing that I just said. And I already laid it out on the timeline. And this is how you know people, they don't want the truth, they want their truth. I see it all the time. When I post things on Facebook, people will ignore it because they don't want to see it. Let me tell you, the spirit of the Antichrist, all the chaos in the world, right? It's just like, I like to put this with Dr. Matt's on thing. Maybe it makes me feel official. Just imagine right now, this is how the Antichrist looking at it. He sees chaos, he sees virus, he sees all this division, and he's coming in like a doctor, he's coming in like a surgeon, and he's saying, look, I can fix this up right now. I can patch this up. I can fix that, I can fix that. And look, I've got science and I've got technology. These are my signs, these are my wonders. I'm about to do some miracles, right? And the people just like, oh, wow. He fixed it, he did it. Isn't it amazing? And so they're going to bow down because he looked like a hero. Now, I will say this, it's not the end of the world. We don't have to be scared. This is going to pass. This was them dipping their feet in the water. And we saw how everybody went at Bill Gates. So here's the thing, Christians, that we can be happy about. That there's people in America that even though they don't believe in God, they was like, nah, I forget about Bill Gates and the witch. Y'all saw I posted about it the other day. He partnered with a literal witch. Talking about he wants to bring her art to the world in October 2020. That's the spiritual aspect of it. A literal witch, she do the spiritual cooking. Check this out, she's with all the celebrities. She makes these like cakes with these bloody bodies, and I seen Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, all these people sitting down there, the movie stars eating the cakes. Demonic. But Bill Gates partnered with her, put her on the website, and what happened? Even people who aren't real Christians, they said, oh, no, this is crazy. And they went to the Instagram, and they went to the Microsoft, and they got that thing taken down. So the thing is, we do have the power when we unite to push this stuff back a little bit. It's kind of like with Abraham when he was in the city, he was looking for one righteous man. We do have the power. We do have the ability to push back darkness, but we have to move in unity. All right? And so I'm going to sum it all up one more time for those of you who haven't seen it. Dr. Fauci, in 2017, the video's on my page, he said there will be a surprise outbreak. He said that in a Georgetown University meeting. Fauci is on the leadership council for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You can look at the Bill and Gates Foundation website. He's on there as an advisor. So he's in cahoots with United States. $893 million is donated to the World Health Organization. Number 2 on that list is Bill and Melinda Gates at $531 million. So it was great that Donald Trump pulled it away, because if the Gates are putting in that much money, they get a say in what's going on. So if he feels the world is overpopulated and he feels that we need a vaccination and we need to chip everybody, and he's working with the World Health Organization, and we're always talking about New World Order and one world government, and he's working with his people and he's got big pockets, that's something to think about. Then you go to look up Google Digital ID 2020. They're talking about making a chip. We can track people. We can see who got the vaccination, who didn't. Why is this important for Christians? The Bible says that the Antichrist will have the power to what? To buy and to sell. So right now I'm saying, hey, you can't get on the airplane, right? If you don't get the vaccination, you can't fly. But what happens when it turns to, if you don't get the chip, then you can't go to the grocery store? Now don't be afraid about that, because the Bible says, that God, there's no temptation that's uncommon to man, and he'll never put more on us than we can bear. He always makes a way of escape. So no matter what they do, we're going to have some kind of way out. God is going to make a way out. No way. We don't got to be afraid. But if you go to the Bill Gates page, all right, the 2020 Digital ID, it's called the Alliance, you will see they're partnered with Rockefeller, Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it, right, and the World Vaccination People. And then he partners with a witch. That's the spiritual aspect of it. He's partnering with a witch. If you Google her, Maria Alabrovich or whatever it was, it got shut down. Microsoft took it down because the people came together and were a legit witch, and he was pushing her. All right, and then the Clintons, they're